a save there and they score! So here's Lassiter with a shot and he scores! He drives it, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood! Teresi gets a shot and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoot, and he scores! And towards Cox, Cox gets the shot away, Davis makes the save, no, it's in! It's in, first over the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Welcome to O'Brien Group Arena for today's big clash. It's the Melbourne Derby, the fourth Melbourne Derby of season 2017. It is the Melbourne Ice taking on the Melbourne Mustangs. The Ice currently in top place, and they'll be looking to secure top place. And the Mustangs find themselves in the top four, and it's been a long time since the Derby has been a top four battle, probably since 2014, when the Mustangs did win the Goodall Cup. My name's Michael Clough, and I'm joined in commentary by Steve White. Welcome, Steve.
Well, thanks, Mike. There's a packed house in here for the final Melbourne Derby of season 2017, and a week of derbies as the Sydney Battle of Sydney will also take place on Saturday, but a pivotal fixture for both clubs. Melbourne Mustangs haven't won a derby all season. They had the split series with the Ice Dogs last weekend. Prior to that, they were on a 3-game win streak and some very good away form. This is technically a Melbourne Ice home game tonight, but plenty of their fans in attendance hoping to see them over the line.
Yeah, the Mustangs, this is a crucial game for Melbourne Ice. It's probably more about just keeping a buffer between them and the Perth Thunder on top of the ladder, but for the Mustangs, in the battle, particularly with the Sydney Ice Dogs, in that battle for 4th and 5th moment, still nipping at the heels, the Bears, the North Stars, probably Adelaide, you're out of the running, but they can't afford to drop the points. The points are important tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at the table now, Mustangs sitting on 25, the Dogs on 24 with one game in hand. They'll play on Saturday. Also, the Ice, interesting weekend. This weekend was originally going to be a clean slate for them in terms of fixtures, but the rescheduled Sydney game against the Bears from the infamous Speaker Fire at Macquarie about 2 months ago has been rescheduled for this Sunday. So it'll be an interesting turn of events for them this weekend. A lot of their players will be out for that fixture due to other circumstances. So, look, they're sitting pretty comfortably at the top of the table, 37 points, 3 in front of the second place Thunder, who've played 4 more games than them. Let's not forget that the Ice played the fewest games out of any team in this competition so far.
Absolutely, and we'll just say from there to apologise if the sound quality tonight isn't great. Let's just say we've had a litany of technical issues, more so than the Melbourne Metro train system so far tonight. So we do apologise for that, and also we're pretty much in commentary where we'll be going blind tonight, so replays may come up and we'll be talking about something else, so we do apologise for that, but I am looking forward to this game. The fact that it is a top 4 battle, you don't see that often with Melbourne derbies. It's been a pretty lopsided history, and this year in particular, this is, many ways, it's the Mustangs' big chance to claim a scalp of the Melbourne Ice. So far this year, they've thrown their best, particularly in the first derby. They threw their best at them and still come short. The other two were completely outplayed, but Thursday night, with Melbourne Ice, maybe a few players singing their holidays, Mustangs with form as well. This is their big opportunity.
Well, the Mustangs tonight, they're going to have a bit of a depleted lineup. That bruising weekend with the Ice Dogs took its toll. Michael McMahon, the captain, out with a separated shoulder. Damien Bright also out with a concussion. So the blue line a little thin for the Ice Dogs. Troy Robertson stepped in as well, but he stepped in last weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see how they contain the forwards of the Melbourne Ice, particularly that game against the Ice Dogs, in both games, especially the second one. Stephen Johnston really cut them apart at the back, and it'll be interesting to see how they can contain the fast skating forwards of the Melbourne Ice, particularly the Swedes, Victor Gimshini, Jeremy Brown, and Sebastian Otterson.
Yeah, that means Kruger, the goaltender, is going to be probably the most important player for the Melbourne Mustangs. He will need to stand on his head tonight.
Yeah, look, and he's had a fantastic year all year. So, I mean, it's going to be a very pivotal. Goaltender is your best penalty killer, but also your most important defenseman. And it'll be interesting to see if he can maintain that form. So we're just moments away here from puck drop. full house in here tonight. Don't forget, if you want to get in on the action on the Twitter sphere, use the hashtag AIHL Game Day, and we will get your tweets on screen.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's a good chance to have pots at us because we won't be able to see them.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll be flying blind, or we'll just be guessing what they are. But
Gentlemen, luckily for you, I will be reading your tweets for you from upstairs.
So let's go down to centre ice for the national anthem, and then we'll be back with a drop of the puck.
Last weekend, a couple of our own reached significant milestones on their Australian Ice Hockey League journeys. On Saturday, he scored a hat trick, and the helper he recorded brought his total to 200 career assists. He added another assist in Sunday's game. Of course, we're talking about Matt Armstrong. Army! On Sunday, Jack Carpenter suited up for his 150th AIHL game. This means we celebrate 151 this evening. Please see our piece on Jack in our digital gamebook face-off. Congratulations, Jack, and we look forward to watching many more stellar games from you. Carps! All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask you to stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
That's the end of the pre-game ceremony, so moments away from the start of the 4th Melbourne Derby of season 2017. Melbourne Ice, Melbourne Mustangs. It is a Melbourne Ice home game, so they're wearing the blue. The Mustangs are in the white and orange. The jersey, I must admit, I don't mind the Mustangs away jersey. I think they've actually come up with some pretty good ones this year.
Yeah, look, I think there's not a bad jersey in the league this year. I think it's a pretty hard contest. The CBR Brave away jersey is nice in the grey, but
better than the white on white.
Particularly for colourblind me. But that's more the North Stars helped me out big time this year, so solid up to them, and they'll be down here in a couple of weeks' time for double headers versus both respective teams.
Yeah, Melbourne has been a successful place for the Newcastle North Stars, but this season it could be where their premiership defence ends.
Well, if we take a look at these starting goaltenders for this evening's game, James Kruger starting in net tonight for the Melbourne Mustangs. 9 games played, 5 wins, 4 losses, save percentage of .886. And for the Melbourne Ice, they're going with Jaden Pine-Murphy tonight. Dane Davis not in the lineup. 3 games this season, 2 wins, 1 loss, GAA of 3.37 and a save percentage of .841. And the Ice will be looking to build off him this evening.
And Pine-Murphy will be looking to improve certainly that save percentage. And Kruger, I think he's been better than his save percentage shows.
Absolutely made some beauty stops last weekend against the Sydney Ice Dogs and was crucial in that Mustangs win on the Saturday.
So moments away from the opening face-off in the 4th Derby of season 2017. It's Melbourne Ice who win it. Now O'Kane for the Mustangs will send that one in the corner. Getting to the puck first will be Paul Baranzelli for the Ice. Goes out wide towards Todd Graham. Had a good write-up on the AIHL website during the week, so get a read of that if you haven't already. Now McCoy for the Mustangs. Goes a rink wide pass. It's not a bad one either. Out towards Pat O'Kane. Well, the shot in the end was blocked. Battle in the corner. Ice have control of the puck. Back in the lineup last week. After injury, lost control of the puck. Matt Beatty, the import for the Mustangs, takes the blue line. Fires shot away. Shot was blocked. And it's going to be cleared away by Baranzelli for the Ice. Both sides will make a line change. So Troy Robertson came out of AIHL retirement last week for the Mustangs. And it's turned the puck over. Shot there, and it's in! So Liam Webster gets the opening goal of the game. Melbourne Ice lead 1-0. And as the old adage goes, good things happen when you shoot.
Just inside the blue line too. Look, may have been offside, but it's not even the opinion of the linesman. Very close. Jamie Burke's protesting here with the referee. But Liam Webster opens the account here for the Melbourne Ice. And, well, that was really a great setup there. Did well to keep the play alive just inside the attacking zone. And Liam Webster, fourth goal of the season, moves to 10 points on the year. And the Melbourne Ice off to a good start.
And we've got our first tweet tonight from Aussie Joe Rezick.
So
Aussie Joe watching Mitch versus the Melbourne Ice. Good luck to both teams. Don't forget, you can join the conversation.
Aussie Joe Rezick wishing both teams good luck tonight.
Best
Twitter account.
AIHL-themed Twitter handle around.
You can join the conversation on Twitter using hashtag AIHL
in the viewing area. Here's Carpenter now through centre, moves it off now here to Joey Hughes over the blue line. Hughes down the near side. Gets some close attention there for the Mustangs defence, one of them being Robinson, the other being Humphreys. Puck moved into the corner, but still not over and out as far as the Mustangs are concerned in the defensive zone. And it's flipped out up to centre now to the goal scorer, Liam Webster. Ex-teammate Humphreys right on his case. Armstrong took a hit there from Burke, but got the pass out here to Hughes. Backhand pass over to Jeremy Brown. Brown moving in, gets hooked a couple of times. It's loose in front. And a penalty coming up. And
yeah, it's going to be a hooking call.
So first power play of the game, going the way of the Melbourne Ice, not what the doctor ordered in terms of the Mustangs. Steve Bellick, the offender on that occasion. And, well, power play here to the Melbourne Ice and a chance to make the Mustangs pay.
But as a play itself from Jeremy Brown was magnificent.
Absolutely.
He created that penalty. I think Bellick, in the end, had little option other than to concede the penalty and hope he get away with it.
Okay.
So from the face-off, it's won by the Ice. Backman goes out towards Dahlberg. Now Otterson, so the Swedes teaming up to Brown, the man who drew the penalty just before, back towards Otterson. Otterson towards the net, looking for Gibbs Shadeen. So Melbourne Ice going with a Swedish line with an Australian Canadian in there as well. So Otterson goes out wide, out towards Brown. Brown, just magnificent work there, and Kruger with the excellent save, but Brown is looking dangerous tonight as he treated the Mustangs there as Mustangs defence as witches' hats.
Yeah, look, just a class player, and it took last season off. Came back to the Melbourne Ice after taking a sabbatical, and he was playing, I think, 5-6 consecutive seasons, Northern and Southern Hemisphere. So it takes a toll on the body as this puck moved back in and whipped out eventually, but Vyasov was in the way. Stringer tried to make sure of it. Brown goes back in and digs there with Stringer and Vyasov. His teammate Otterson providing some assistance. It's moved back into the high slot. Lone player there is Jack McCoy for the Mustangs, and he fires this back out and buys his team some time and a line change. And the Ice do likewise as Pine Murphy leaves this behind. 12:33 to play here in the first. 1:04 remaining on the penalty to Steve Bellick for hooking. Slid across there by Backman to Otterson. Fires, good save there from Kruger. Moved back to the point, and Armstrong takes control. Armstrong now just into the corner, trying to work something up. Goes down. Bailed out now here by his teammate. Backman has it at the half wall. Backman just keeping it onside. Moves it out now here to a quick drive there, looking for Dahlberg. And a slap pass intended there for his teammate Otterson. Just couldn't do much with it. And it's still alive here. Here's Otterson again. He shoots, looking for the top corner, and it was just a little white rebound follow-up, and it was off the side of the net. Oh, the Ice pressing here for this second goal. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Dahlberg at the point, looking for a shooting lane. Doesn't have one. Fires it wide into the corner. Armstrong's going to skate onto it. And, well, a mistake made there by Otterson on the point. And, well, Vyasov got the loose puck, but no one really in assistance. And just eats a few seconds off the penalty kill here for the Mustangs. Beatty picks up the trailing pass and moves in over the blue line. Here's Beatty now. Fires it. Roos looking for Kokkonen, wearing jersey number 1 tonight. As this one moved out now here to Powell, and one touched onto Armstrong in through the neutral zone with Hughes going to the net. Hughes now, the pass was bobbled up and gloved back down now here by Beatty on the near side. Fires it wide over, and here comes Kokkonen. Kokkonen now tried to slid that one through to Vyasov. Nice play, but Pine Murphy had other ideas, and the play cancelled out there by the Melbourne Ice goaltender. Fired in front, and that one was off the skate there of O'Kane, and moved back out to the neutral zone. Jack McCoy takes it as we are back to 5-on-5 as Bellick has served his penance. And even strength now. 0 for 1 on the power play tonight are the Melbourne Ice, but 1-0 on the scoreline. Here's Andrew Bellick, had a pretty memorable dust-up at the weekend against Dave Dunwoody. He's got the puck now, slides it in front. Here's O'Kane, and best chance of the game for the Mustangs. He shoots it into the netting, And we have a whistle.
That was a hell of a setup there from the Mustangs. Probably the only thing that you could say it needed probably be a little further to the top of the crease to give O'Kane a chance to really get a clean shot away, but it certainly caught the Melbourne Ice defence napping.
Yep, great play there by Kokkonen too. He was the orchestrator on that play through the neutral zone.
I thought Kokkonen last weekend was really good for the Mustangs, and if anything, he's really finding his touch this season. Certainly, not only is he setting up plays, but he's becoming very offensive as well, and putting points on the board. So from the face-off, the Ice have it. Now Nicholas Dahlberg. Pass out towards Otterson. Finds Gibbs Shadeen, the former Mustang. So Gibbs Shadeen will wait for some trailers. But he's forced in the corner, gets it out towards Otterson. And Gibbs Shadeen has turned the puck over. Otterson gets it back. Here's a chance out for Buckman. Lost control of the puck. Support there in the former Marcus Wong. He's in the corner. He's tied up. Has support Gibbs Shadeen. Gets it to the high slot. Nice little pass, but no one was there in the end. Robertson has it. And nearly stolen away from him. And he's happy to play that one along the boards out towards Mitch Humphreys. And his second game against his old side. So it's centre ice. Pass by McDowell into the corner. Humphreys looking for Burke. And the Ice are able to clear the zone. Powell will send that deep into the corner. And will chase down his own puck. Now the Mustangs through McCoy. In the end, Mustangs going for a line change, so McCoy and Humphreys just have to hold the puck up. Eventually outlet pass looking for O'Kane, tries to get out towards McCoy. He'll go out back towards O'Kane, gets a shot away, and a pad save there by Pine Murphy. Read that well. And Vadim Vyasov goes out wide. Outlet pass wasn't a great one in the end. Baranzelli goes out towards Armstrong, who scored a hat-trick last week in Adelaide. So battle in the corner. And the Mustangs are able to clear. Now Kokkonen. He's forced out wide. Looking there for a trailer, none forthcoming. The shot in the corner went wide. And we're going to have a penalty call. And it looks like it's going to be against the Melbourne Ice.
Interference, the call there. It's gone against Chris Wong. So, chance here now for the Mustangs to draw level here in the first. They've looked pretty promising on the counter-attack here of the Mustangs, just haven't been able to put that finishing touch on it. As we have a look there.
The hit was late.
Yeah,
but
well,
you could have let it go.
50-50 sort of call. But anyway, it matters not in terms of the Mustangs. They've got themselves a power play. First chance of the game. And Mitch Humphreys is going to be at the face-off circle for the men in predominantly white and orange and black tonight. As getting the boot there was Joey Hughes. In comes Jeremy Brown. And a big shout out to Lee Brown, watching all the way over there in Montreal. Try and get some French in on the broadcast. I don't promise it's going to be of any quality. Here's Carpenter, fires this one around. Jamie Burke tried to hold the line. Joey Hughes almost forced it out, does so now. And Jeremy Brown picks it up now here for the Ice. Back now here to the lone goal scorer of the game, Webster, and fires it up to the old Turton captain, Joey Hughes, and former Mustang. Big hit thrown there, but Burke picks up the puck. And he starts out now here for the Mustangs. 8:32 to go here in the first. 1-0 game if you've just joined in. Here's Kokkonen, retreats deep into his own zone. And leaves it behind now here for Pat O'Kane to build some momentum and start out through the neutral zone. Nice pass out now here to Hughes, who was Burke, who was camping on the blue line, but a poor pass there from Burke in turn as Hughes, took a run there at Joey Hughes. To Jamie Burke.
The favour.
And Backman straight back into it. And, well, both players rode it, but here's Burke now with a puck. Burke now, just a little bit too much for him. He gets hit hard into the glass there, and play continues. Well, physicality in the last couple of shifts picking up a notch. Here's Beatty now trying to drive towards the net. Beatty now shoots it in front. Pine Murphy, good save. It's loose in front. And just couldn't bury it. Good Burke, and we've got ourselves a whistle.
How did he not score then?
Well, yes, that is the million-dollar question. Two really good opportunities.
Yeah, look at that. That's a hit and a half, that one.
Good hit there from Backman there on Jamie Burke. We should also mention Jason Backley back in the lineup for the Melbourne Ice. And, you know, he's been missing.
We've got a tweet here from Chris in Alberta, Canada, who can't miss a derby no matter how tired he is from his dumb 18-14 hockey game. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Thanks for joining us there, Chris. And now the Mustangs have control of the puck. Vyasov. So Mustangs still in the power play. Pass towards McDowell, and a nice save there by Pine Murphy. He's looking good so far. Hasn't set the world alight so far this season, Jaden Pine Murphy, but he's made a really solid start tonight.
Yeah, just the 3 games for him this year, but Dane Davis has shouldered the most of the load for the Ice in terms of the goaltending, but he's in net tonight, and that's all that matters here in this next period and a half. 2 periods and a half, I should say. Here's Vyasov. Getting ahead of myself here on this Thursday night where everything seems to be going pear-shaped. Here's Vyasov. Peels back into the corner. Got McCoy on the point as an option. Interchanges places there with Stringer. Second penalty kill unit on the line for the Ice and second power play unit on the line for the Mustangs. Here's Vyasov now. Backhand pass goes cross. Looking there for McCoy, looking for a shooting lane. McDowell's got one, maybe held onto the puck a little longer. The forecheck there of Gibbs Shadeen was a good one. And back, about to rejoin action here is Chris Wong, and that's the end of the power play. 0 for 1 tonight of the Mustangs, as are the Ice. As the puck at the side of the net, jousting for it there was Vyasov, couldn't do much with it. Wong straight into the action with a check. Graham throws it out blindly, held in there by Stringer, taken over by Vyasov, fires it across now here to Robertson to the half circle for the Mustangs. Back to McCoy at the point. Flings one on net. Nice tip there from McDowell, but it went wide. Stringer here in the corner gets muscled. Picks it up there by Vyasov. Gets muscled in turn there by Graham. And Stringer throwing his weight around on Wong. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Picked up by McCoy and sent across to Robertson. And the Mustangs will change personnel with 6:20 to go here in the first. Still 1-0 to score. Beatty fires it up ice. Into the skates there of Andrew Bellick. Beatty picks it up and decides to go himself. Beatty into the corner with Dahlberg hot in pursuit. Puts him into the glass. Good check there from Andrew Bellick. He gets shook off there by Webster, and out heads to Tommy Powell with Backlick on this line here for the Melbourne Ice. Powell now just peels off and waits for help to arrive. Goes into the corner now here to Backlick, trying to send that through to Webster. O'Kane was wiser to it, but it's back to the point now here to Carpenter, who fires it on net, and a comfortable kick save there for Kruger, and buys his team a couple of seconds. As the Ice trying to work their magic down low. Webster on the point now, sent it in front. Backlick now trying to get a stick to it. O'Kane was the better of the two, and he's got it now, left it behind. He was just offside, and Bellick's going to touch it up and get an offside call, unfortunately, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
But I've enjoyed the tempo from the Mustangs. They're certainly not being overawed by the occasion at all. They've come to play it. They're just lacking that little bit of polish at the end, that final move.
Yep. Yeah, just...
Another tweet from Chris. He's just wondering if there's any particular reason for Kokkonen wearing number 1 tonight. Guys.
I would say Kokkonen not wearing number 1 is potentially he lost his jersey. Could be something as simple as that.
I'd say left it in with the colours this weekend.
It's a bit more orange than white. But the Ice won the face-off, and Graham gets a pass out towards Hughes, flips it up over towards Brown. Now Hughes again gets a shot away, but Kruger managed to get himself in good position and is able to clear the puck. So Humphreys up against Hughes. Big meeting there with Jeremy Brown, who wins the control of the puck. Battle along the half wall. And McDowell did well for the Mustangs. Takes the blue line, pass out towards Humphreys, back towards McDowell. It's a little bit wide, and the shot itself missed the net completely. So now Hughes for the Ice. Flips it up into the corner. Now Brown. So McCoy to Matt Beatty in the corner. And he's lined up by Joey Hughes, who didn't actually make much contact in the end, as Beatty and Hughes have a little bit of a meeting and a discussion. But that is going to be an icing call.
Well, that all started with that hit from Jamie Burke. A little bit of push and shove between the two former teammates at the Ice and the Mustangs. And Joey lost the lid, had to go straight to the bench, but Beatty had it pretty much tied up. So 4:31 to go, and a pretty tight one, as referee Steve DeWitt explains the case there to Joey Hughes. And we're going to have 5-on-5, no penalties out of that little fracas. Even though
there should be.
Even though the crowd here were screaming their earnest for some. And Berkey gets booted from the face-off. In comes Mitch Humphreys.
Much to the delight of Roai.
Yeah, Roai goons the Melbourne Ice. Here's Beatty now. Dealt back now here to Backman. Going to put some speed on. Beatty cut his angle off, and Backman forced to go back for where he came from. Here's Otterson. Out of here at the bottom. Goes back to the point now. Dahlberg, nice shot and a good save there from Kruger, and hoping to get the remainder there was Gibbs Shadeen. but it comes back now here to Watterson for the Ice. Here's Marcus Wong from the point, blocked up high here by Burke. And that's going to open up here, a breakaway here for Burke. Burke in alone on Pine Murphy, moves in, shoots. Oh, saved by Pine Murphy. And he keeps it at 1-0. Best save of the game to the Melbourne Ice goaltender.
And Pine Murphy can be a very streaky goaltender. And when Bergie was on that breakaway, I thought he had Pine Murphy's measure. Pine Murphy did not look comfortable, but when he's hot, he managed just to get the pads on that. When he's not, it goes straight through the 5-hole.
And we've got a tweet here from Lee Brown, who's watching religiously. Bonjour, everyone back in Australia. And of course, he misses you, Steve.
I'm sure he doesn't miss coaching me.
So, face-off Graham. Out towards Power Glides down back leg. Ahead of Robertson. Little back pass, a good one too, and an excellent save there by James Kruger. Is Ballig just making his presence known? With Chris Wong. Of course, Jason Backley did pick up the knee injury in the first of the derbies pretty early on in the game, if memory serves me right.
Well, Chris Wong's had quite the career season resurgence this year, as we've talked about earlier in the year. I mean, player of the game 2 weeks ago, really shown some energy here this year, and it's sort of like he's just found a new spark. He was a bit stagnant last year, but he's played really well this year.
And he's really adapted to this new coaching system in place at the Melbourne Ice. He's one of the players who's really shone through it. Now it's Melbourne Ice get a shot away. Kruger. It's going to be paid, is it? Well, it's in, but the net was well off its moorings. Chris Wong, the man we were just talking about, scores. Kruger protesting. And the Ice take a 2-0 lead.
So that was interesting on that play. I think Kruger was protesting that there was interference. Maybe not.
We'll see the first shot, and this is where the net does come off its moorings.
Yeah, the net's off its moorings.
And Steve DeWitt is usually a referee who's very quick to call those. Yeah, he's waved it off. That doesn't surprise me, actually.
That was the correct call looking at the replay. Net's off its moorings.
And it wasn't the attempt of a save, too. It wasn't just the case that he flipped it off just to relieve the pressure somewhat. So the game remains 1-0.
And Bradley Eighth is watching the game with the girlfriend. She's very excited and already yelling. How far are we into the game, fellas?
Well, we're 1 minute. Well, we're 3:39 remaining in the first period, so you've got a long night ahead of you, I think.
Yeah, get the lem sip and the honey out. We're in for a long one.
Going to be a very quiet morning in Bradley's household.
Face off, won by the Eyes. Now it's Carpenter from the point. Shot though was wide. Getting to the puck first was Vyasov for the Mustangs, tied up by Hughes. Hasn't been able to clear the zone. Can the Eyes keep it in? Yes, they can. Puck spills free. Kokinen left it behind. Carpenter keeps it in for the Ice, but eventually Armstrong will be forced to take it out, and the Ice will have to set up again, make sure they're all onside. Webster takes the blue line, the goal scorer. This shot, though, was blocked. In the corner, we have a battle, and it's going to be cleared away by the Mustangs, only as far as Liam Webster. Pass, though, was poor, straight towards O'Kane. He'll go out wide towards Kokinen. Well, flipped it up, looking for O'Kane, but he skated well past where the pass itself ended up going. So Carpenter goes to the wide pass. McCoy. The Ice will make a change. So Matt Beatty, normally a forward, has done well in defence this year for the Mustangs. So Vyasov goes out wide. Pass looking for Vyasov. But the play's been broken up. Now Bachman, the speedster for the Ice, will take the blue line. Little drop pass out towards Gibb Shadeen. It's a shot on goal. Kept in now by Nicholas Dahlberg. Looking there for the deflection of Bachman. O'Kane and Gibb Shadeen, so two former teammates at the Mustangs. And two Goodall Cup players with the Mustangs as well. A bit of lack of communication there between McDowell and McCoy, and it's nearly gone horribly wrong there for the Mustangs.
And we've got a penalty coming up after that, out of that little exchange. Not sure who's going. I think it's Jamie Burke is. Hooking is the call.
And that's probably the...
No, it's against the Ice.
Victor Gibb Shadeen didn't look particularly impressed by that call.
Okay, there's a bit of confusion as to who got that penalty. I'm having a look at the replay. Well, there's Otterson in front. And here's the play now. Maybe there is where Steve DeWitt's seen the infringement. Sebastian Otterson going to sit there for two. And again, to the power play go the Mustangs. their second opportunity of the game.
But there could be downside of a makeshift defence the Mustangs have at the moment. There was just no communication between those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, having Michael McMahon and Damien Bright out is a big loss for them. So,
Guys, we've heard from Laura, a.k.a. the Pencil. That's Bradley's girlfriend. She wouldn't be yelling so much if the Mustangs would just put one in the net, apparently.
it's going to be a tense 2 hours in that household, I'm sure.
So. First fight on Twitter in the history of the universe, wouldn't it be?
I think it should continue until the police arrive.
So here's Burke now. Penalty to Watterson for hooking. And 150 of that man advantage here for the Mustangs. 151 left on the game clock. Is a mistake there. Brown's done well. Brown trying to move in, and a timely poke check there from Beatty. And very nearly a short-handed goal there for the Ice. Not the start they wanted for the Mustangs as far as they're concerned on this power play. Sent all the way back now here to Dahlberg. He whips this one and almost decapitates a couple of members on his own bench. And here's Jamie Burke with the puck all the way back in his own zone. And he's going to start this one here for the Mustangs. Moved out now to Kokanen, trying to burst through the neutral zone. But a lot of attention there from Armstrong and Vargas Wong. And that is going to be offside. And we'll have a whistle. So look, this point of the season, we were discussing this on the AIHL podcast, the mathematical probability of certain teams making, no one is mathematically eliminated yet from the Goodall Cup race, but
just some are mathematically more difficult than others.
Yes, as Richie Beno would say, not an impossible task, but pretty
unlikely,
proverbially close to it. Here's a fired-up shot there from Carpenter. This one's wide of the net in, giving chase there is Wong. And move back now looking for Vyasov. Wong's got the puck though, fires it into the opposite corner. Carpenter's going to get there first and just buy his team just a couple more seconds here on the penalty kill, but Beatty's got it. Oh, blowing a tyre, excuse me, there was McCoy, and he coughs it right up. He's going to open the door and, well, not a time to toe pick there for Dusty McCoy, but they atone for it. Here's Vyasov getting it into the zone. Down there goes Brendan McDowell, throws the hit, looking for the puck. In on the forecheck is Stringer, but it's whipped around now here to McCoy. McCoy now slides it there, looking for his teammate. McDowell's parked in the high slot, whipped around there by Webster, and out of the zone. Robertson's going to have to go play fetch. 27 seconds left in the period and 20 seconds left on the man advantage. After the penalty to Watterson, Robertson now got Burke on offer, but not much else, and decides to switch the play. But maybe time for one last attacking opportunity here for the Mustangs. Here's Burke now. What can he do? Burke into the high slot. Nice moves. Forced out wide. Kokanen got the puck now. Sends it in front. And it's loose in front. Dine Murphy makes the save. Still not covered. And finally it is. And a scramble to finish the first. And it remains 1-0 as Jamie Burke and Nick Dahlberg have a few words.
Who would have thought Jamie Burke would be in the middle of trouble? But yeah, that last couple of seconds, Pine Murphy wanted the glove and didn't know where his defence tried to get it to Pine Murphy, but they couldn't get it to him. As Burke and Dahlberg is still continuing having words.
It wouldn't be a Melbourne derby without
Jamie Burke.
Yes.
I think possibly Nicholas Dahlberg learned some new words of the English language he may not have known beforehand.
So, in the first period, lone goal scorer Liam Webster and the Melbourne Ice ahead 1-0. As we take a look at some of the highlights, fast-paced period and, well, plenty more action to come here from the O'Brien Group Arena. It's the Melbourne Ice 1, the Melbourne Mustangs 0. We'll be back with a second intermission right after this. Don't go away.
Back to O'Brien Group Arena for the second period of play in this derby, Melbourne Derby. It was the fourth one of season 2017. It is the Melbourne Ice, the home side, leading the Melbourne Mustangs 1-0. Liam Webster scored early, and that has been the difference maker so far. But a fair bit of fireworks in that first period. You get the feeling going in the benches, going in behind the stands in the rooms, that I think you could see plenty more of it in the second period. Melbourne Ice in particular, they're not happy campers at the moment.
Not uncommon for a Melbourne Derby, as we've seen every single year. Some stats from the end of that first period. Shot count dead even, 9 apiece. And face-offs 10-5 in favour of the Melbourne Ice. But plenty more hockey to come.
Absolutely. So opening face-off of the second period, and it is won by the Mustangs. Kokanen gets it out towards Matt Beatty, goes out wide towards McCoy. Kokanen, lovely little pass, but it was in the end too slick for Pat O'Kane. He nearly overskated it. Now O'Kane just forced to glide that on further. So Webster goes to Carpenter, back to Webster. Well, the attempted pass was chopped off there by Vyasov. Overskating on that occasion was O'Kane. Now Hughes for the Ice. Goes out wide. The shot in there was a little high there by Matt Armstrong. And the Mustangs are able to clear. Jeremy Brown wins the puck. Gets it out towards Carpenter. Back out to Webster, so the Ice set up again. Brown, too slick there for the Mustangs defence. Just couldn't get a clean pass away. The Mustangs wing the puck. Haven't been able to clear. In the end, Powell just couldn't get clean control of the puck. The Melbourne Ice have to set up again. To glide it down by Powell. And Kruger will leave that for McCoy. He's nearly turned it over. At times, the Mustangs so far tonight, their attempts at getting the pass out of their zone, the outlet pass, have broken down very badly. But so far, the Melbourne Ice really hasn't been able to make them pay, except on the one occasion. So the Mustangs make a line change, and Graham has the puck. Go out wide, play off the boards, out towards Powell. So Powell to Backlick, lovely little pass out to Chris Wong. Saved there by Kruger. But a nice setup by the Melbourne Ice. Rink wide pass finds Burke. Burke will leave it there for McDowell. Now Humphreys. In the corner, he's lost control. So Powell managed to clear the zone, but only as far as Burke. He gets it out towards Humphreys. Oak checked away by Graham. Baronzelli will pick up the crumbs now for the home side. So Backleague looking for Powell. Came off a Mustang stick, and that's going to be an icing call, but that did come off a Mustang stick. And that shouldn't be an icing call.
And Charles Franson
agrees with me.
Yes.
In more vehement terms.
Yeah, he's not happy at all. Wasn't happy at the end of the first intermission when in the tunnel. But 12:55 should be happy in terms of the score. 1-0 in favour of his club, but the slimmest of margins being the difference. As this one moved back out all the way into the neutral zone. Just a little too much on the pass there for Beatty. He swings it wide. Flung into the zone there by McCoy. Baronzelli, the lone hand back there for the Ice. He whims this around the boards. Off the kick plate it goes. Here's Backlick. Pass out now here to Watterson and on turn to Backman. 2-on-2 break now here for the Ice. That shot from Backman well wide and into the opposite corner. Ice reversed the play. It's moved back in. Dahlberg can't do much with it. It's chipped up Ice. Dahlberg prevented that from clearing the blue line. And it's put into the opposite corner. Beatty's going to lose out that battle. It's put in behind. Gibbs Shadeen goes to chase there with Jack McCoy. Goes to the Ice, does Gibbs Shadeen, and moved out now here by Beatty. Nice pass, and it's all the way looking there for Fisher. It was only his second shift of this game. Now Gibbs Shadeen has it back the other way. Gibbs Shadeen going to the net. There is Backman. Otterson has it, and he just put it wide. We've got a penalty coming up. And interference the call. That's going on Backman, I believe. Interested to see the replay there, yeah. Runs straight into James Kruger. Well, Melbourne Ice disagree, but as does Backman. So, third power play opportunity of the game coming up here for the Mustangs. 0 for 2 tonight. And, well,
they've got to bury one.
Yeah. So, they've just got to get one. As Liam Webster having a conversation there with Steve DeWitt. And... well, this is a golden opportunity here for the Mustangs. as Humphreys is out there, as is Beatty, Burke, and Pat O'Kane. Big guns on the ice now here for the Mustangs. That's slung right out, and you might be able to hear the Darryl chant in the background behind us from the Roe Goons again. Here's Beatty now. Hands this on here to Burke. O'Kane at centre ice, elects to go back now here to Beatty. Got Humphreys on the other wing. Beatty decides to take it himself and gain the zone entry. Did well. Doing better there was Carpenter to force the issue and force the puck out. Now here's Brown down the near side. Brown one-on-one with Burke. Brown to the outside, trying to cut to the net. And a save made there by Kruger. Brown still got it. Brown tries to wrap around and just slings it wide. And that was the best opportunity of the period so far for the Melbourne Ice. Jeremy Brown looking dangerous yet again. As away comes Burke now through the neutral zone. 1:15 left on the penalty. That pass just a little behind Pat O'Kane. He swings back around to pick up the puck. Slings it over across to here to Beatty. Beatty down the far side. Shoots, kicked out there by Pine Murphy. And the first real shot of this power play here for the Mustangs. Put into the corner. Mustangs take control. Just keeping it onside there was Burke. Slaps one on there. That's into the dehumidification piping at the top. And we'll have a face-off.
I think the last person I remember hitting that might have been John Gordon many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he damaged it too, I think. Had the two running repairs. But the power play itself for the Mustangs not good so far. Their structure's just not there. And when the penalty killers are creating more chances than you are, you're not having a good power play at all. So from the face-off, Mustangs win it. So Humphreys in the corner. Pass out towards Kokkonen. So Beatty to Kokkonen. The imports teaming up. Beatty at the point, goes out wide towards Burke, delays on the shot, and in the end, the intended shot was blocked. Kokkonen keeps control, Beatty keeps it in. So Anton Kokkonen, now behind net, back towards Kokkonen. Goes out wide to Burke, this is a good setup, puck spills free. Mad swing of sticks, but eventually the ice able to clear. Good work there by Sebastian Otterson. So Kruger play the puck out towards Beatty. He protected the puck well. Happy to send that one towards the corner. Dahlberg will have to retrieve the puck for the ice. Flipped up high, and leading that race there was Brown for the ice. He's tied up by Robertson. So Brown lost control of the puck. And the Mustangs able to clear the zone. So skating back. It'll be Hughes. Goes from one corner to the other. And Hughes in the end keeps his stick, keeps his feet, wins the puck, gets it out towards Brown. He'll go out wide towards Webster. He'll wide up but shoot. Save made it. And desperate defence by the Mustangs. O'Kane plays it along the boards. Gets a pass out towards O'Kane. O'Kane will take the blue line, gets a shot away. The shot in the end was well wide. And Corey Stringer able to keep it in now for the Mustangs. So O'Kane. Well, pass in the end was blocked, and the Ice will regain control. Hughes' pass, looking for Armstrong. Wasn't able to find him, but Hughes will get it back, plays that one off the boards. Now Kokkonen for the Mustangs. Had to work a Ray Hughes and a stick, and Hughes wins out. Now pass back out towards Joey Hughes. His pass out wide, looking for Powell, come unstuck. So Kokkonen to Ballick. One of his first shifts for the game, Andrew Ballick. That's flipped up high, and it's a bit of a knuckleball, but Kruger read that well and took a good save.
Oh, almost a wrong in there from the neutral zone. But no, look, the Ice commanding both the neutral and offensive zones. Mustangs just look just a bit out of sorts at the back.
That's where rolling those lines, there isn't any relief for opposition sides.
So gents, we're joined on Twitter by Luke Worthington, who's only watched Melbourne Ice for one period this year before a speaker fire. He says he can see why they've only dropped one game this year.
I think that's a fair call.
Yep.
Lee Brown is very pleased on Twitter to see that his Darryl champ lives on.
I'm sure he is. As Humphreys gets checked there here by Chris Wong, and the puck comes all the way down here to Todd Graham. It's moved out now. Humphreys trying to send a sliding block there by Baronzelli, and the veteran with a nice defensive play to break that up. Danger not over, though, here for the Ice. Baronzelli has the puck, shoots it out now here to Graham. Got back league on the near side. Just slings a swing it back now here to Baronzelli and change the play. Wong couldn't hold on to the puck, and whoa, looks like Tommy Powell got one up high at the blue line. And Melbourne Ice bench not happy. Back the other way. No, here comes McDowell. He fanned on that shot and it goes into the corner. Graham trying to sweep up now here for the Ice. Puck still in dispute now. Away come the Mustangs, centering in front. A good chance here for Burke. Shoots and it was blocked before it even got on net of Jaden Pine-Murphy. That was the best chance of the last couple of minutes here for the Mustangs. Shot off the boards. Picked up here by Beatty. Tried to fire that in. Backman prevented that from happening. Almost played with a high stick. Oh, Bellick got knocked to the ice. Trying to throw the hit there on Backman.
Talking about Rongans earlier, Steve, that was a wild swing in a T20 game.
As Beatty now swings this one around. McCoy tried to feather that one out, looking there for the skater up ahead being Bellick. Pied back here by the Ice. Here's Otterson at the blue line, gets around McCoy, tied up in front of his own bench. Gibbs Shadeen there landing a hand. He's got the puck despite some close attention. Moved in back into the corner as the Ice try to clear their zone. There's Otterson finally gets it back out to the point. Here's a shot. Well, thought about the shot, did Dahlberg. Finally takes a great glove there from Kruger. And we get a whistle. Don't forget, fans, the AIHL Finals, September 2 and 3 in this very venue. Not too far away at all. The season does go by very quickly. You can get your tickets to the AIHL.com. And, well, the Melbourne Ice, based on current form, we'd be a lock to be there. Mustangs fighting it out for that
very good chance to be there.
Yeah, third and fourth spot there with the Ice Dogs and the CBR Brave, who have dropped a few positions in the standings recently.
Yeah, dropped a few games with missing a few key players, and their depth has really been tested. Now Robertson gets it out towards O'Kane, blows that one off the boards, out towards Koken, and will flip it up wide, looking for Vadim Vyasov. He's typed in the corner by Dahlberg. Looking for Backman, but stolen away there by O'Kane. Backman gets it back. And he goes rink wide. Now out towards Gibbs Shadeen. Gibbs Shadeen pass there, looking for Otterson. It was a good pass. Otterson just couldn't get it though. So the chance went begging. Now Kokinen for the Mustangs. He was lined up on that occasion by Hughes, and Stevie Weck called the penalty immediately. And he's going for a hit to the head.
Check to the head?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to have a look at this. I thought that was...
My initial reaction, it wasn't head. It was certainly high shoulder. That was right in front of me. I didn't see... I thought it was a heavy hit. I thought it may have been a penalty for interference, but I didn't think it was that high.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, we got a bar right in the middle of the screen. Oh. Well, that was sort of censored there over the view of the replay.
It's pretty much there, fellas. It's contact looks like it might be principal point of contact is the jaw.
Ooh, okay.
Let's have a look at this ring. Oh yeah, actually on second, sort of looks like it gets him up just under the high with the butt of the stick, actually.
Ow. So, but it's a great chance now for the Mustangs. Again, they're on the power play, but they need to. One thing in Mustangs, I think their confidence is a bit low. They're not backing themselves at the moment. They need to do that in this power play. They've got to go for their first reaction. Certainly, they're second-guessing themselves at the moment, the Mustangs. They've just got to back themselves. Their first instinct, go for it. And they've got a great chance on the power play as Cass Delsar will sit the 2 minutes for Joey Hughes. We'll have a 2 in the 10. And from the face-off, it is won by the Mustangs. And backing in that occasion was Jamie Burke, although the shot was blocked. So O'Kane into the corner, looking for Humphries, tied up by Webster. So Kokinen protected the puck well, gets it towards O'Kane, and a good save there by Jaden Pine-Murphy.
So Joey Hughes out for minimum 10, possibly 12 for the Ice, and that's a big loss, but
he's been really good tonight.
Considering the depth, though, this is probably one team that could get away with it.
Oh, absolutely. And so from the face-off, it's the Ice who do win the face-off, as Graham along the half wall, kept in by Burke. Now it's Powell will just clear the area. It's going to be a foot race, and Beatty will get there first for the Mustangs. He's head towards Burke. He's left it behind, and all of a sudden Kruger had to make sure he was awake. So Matt Beatty for the Mustangs. Toe drags the puck. Gets past Graham. Goes from one corner to the other. Decides really the pressure out towards Kokinen. Kokinen will get it back. Should go back to Beatty. And he does now. Nice little flip pass. So Burke out wide towards Kokinen. And no, it's a goal! And what a setup there by the Mustangs. It's 1-1 as Mitch Humphries gets his first goal against his old side.
Well, a power play goal here for the Mustangs.
And that was textbook. That was the perfect power play setup from the Melbourne Mustangs.
1-1 the score. As you have a look at the replay, sitting right in front, Mitch Humphries, easy as you like. Couldn't miss from there. You'd hope he wouldn't. And, well, Mitch Humphries has been quite the addition to the Melbourne Mustangs lineup this season since coming across town. That's his third goal on the year. 7 points on the season. And 5:24 remaining here in the second. 1-1. Even Stevens here in Melbourne on a Thursday night. And we salute the fans that were able to make the game, who took public transport, considering what happened.
Or even the roads.
To including my co-commentator this evening.
I was stuck in the city.
As this one now here to Backman. Backman trying to drive the net, or get met solidly there. Managed to get a shot off, but it went wide. Here's Gibb Shadeen now. Trying to pick the puck up at the half wall. Dumped into the corner. Back to get it now is Gibb Shadeen with Backman, who takes charge of the puck. Gets his angle cut off there by Robertson. Puck moved back now here to Gibb Shadeen, trying to protect it. Fired on net there from a tight angle. They score!
No, they haven't.
Oh, at least I thought they did.
Everyone thought they did.
I think everyone in attendance thought that went in. But not according...
Unless James Kruger's got another puck in somewhere.
I wanted to see the replay where that went. It may have gone off the side of the net. However, we will play, have a look in the stoppage. That moved in there by Backman as Bellick into the corner now. Mustangs trying to get it out of their zone. Ice doing a good job of holding it in. Here's Brown, all just slipped off his stick, picked up by Delsar, swings it wide. And the Mustangs force it out to the neutral zone. Retreating there is Dahlberg in front of the penalty box. He starts back in over the blue line. Got Armstrong on the far side. Plenty of attention though. Slings it off the back kick plate. Delsar waiting for it. Armstrong did well to control it, despite two Mustangs players, but finally concedes possession, excuse me, my tongue tied, and this one moved out and chipped out now here for Carpenter. The glove down to the neutral zone. Stolen by the goal scorer, Webster. And he peels off.
Well, that hit was so hard it knocked our equipment out.
And here's Webster, not necessarily a bad thing by some fans, as that one's touched up. Well, I don't think that was icing, actually, because it looked like it came off another stick. Here's Brown now. Brown pulls up loose in front of the net. They shoot! Oh, and Delsar, with a golden opportunity to get his team ahead, puts it in the netting, and he has a little shoving match here with Luke Fisher. And, well, we could have a bit more. Fisher keen to go here with Delsar.
Delsar's more than happy to oblige if it's necessary.
So Fisher looks like he's going to sit, as is Delsar.
This time he'll serve 2 minutes of his own.
So 4-on-4 hockey here, at least I think that's what the call will be.
But Delsar must have thought all these Christmases come at once, but the pass itself from Jeremy Brown was absolutely superb. And I'm amazed that Delsar couldn't bury it in the end. Yeah. I think maybe Luke Fisher was just reminding him of that.
Well, golden opportunities at each end. Humphries made them pay, but Delsar put it into the netting. And, well, we're going to have 4-on-4. 2 minutes each to Luke Fisher and just Delsar for roughing. And this will open up the ice just that much more.
So face-off, back league up against Kokanen, and it's the Mustang who wins it. So now McCoy. Pass out towards O'Kane. Now Kokanen tried to get it out towards O'Kane. Plays come unstuck as Baranzelli will send that one into the corner. Awkward bounce down for the Mustangs defence, and eventually they're going to clear. Something they probably should have done a little bit earlier. Kokanen will take the blue line. Nice move there by Annan Kogan. Gets a pass out wide. Gets a shot away. And now Todd Graham for the ice. As O'Kane comes off, holding his jaw as well. I think that one may have hurt him. So in the corner, Ice make a line change. So now, Dahlberg will get there first for the Ice. So Nicholas Dahlberg leaves the puck behind. Pass there, well, too slick for Otterson, who just left it for Backman, but he was met by Burke. I think that may have been just called offside, and we'll have a face-off with 2:32 remaining in the second period, 55 seconds remaining of 4-on-4 hockey.
Johnny Foreigner here on Twitter says Melbourne Derby coming together and Jamie Burke wasn't involved. I am confused.
The exception rather than the rule, I would say.
Yes, yeah.
So
He can't do it all. He's got to get a support cast occasionally.
well, you'd think some years he does do it all by himself, but still 55 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 2:32 to play here in the second. And the draw one here by the Ice. Back now here to Backman. Got Dahlberg and Webster manning the points. Backman decides to go it alone and slips one through, although that went through the low slot area and no danger to the net of James Kruger. Moved into the opposite corner. Robertson giving chase with Dahlberg. Puts Dahlberg into the glass. Did well to ride the check though, did Dahlberg. Robertson did better to win the puck, and Burke slings it out to no one in particular. Webster back out through the neutral zone. Backman takes control here at centre ice and in over the line. Backman to the outside. Backman shoots and didn't get all of it as Robertson stick it loose in front. Great save, Kruger. And good chance there for the Ice, but a better save for the Mustangs goaltender. Humphries starts out now down the far side in front of the penalty box. Flips that one intelligently over the heads of two Ice players. Burke there to get the puck here for the Mustangs. At his angle, chopped off there by Dahlberg. Tried to get the pass out now to Humphries. Lost his edge. Webster wins the puck. And a 3-on-1 break developing here for the Ice. Out now here to Gibson. He shoots. Oh, what a save by Kruger. 3-on-1. And the goaltender to the rescue here for the Mustangs. It remains 1-1 with 96 seconds to play here in the second.
And that came down a lot to Kruger not panicking, in great position as well. It was going to be a battle who blinked first, and Kruger made sure it wasn't him.
Definitely a contender for goaltender of the year. Don't forget to vote on our Borealis fan poll at the AIHL dot, asking that very question. Who will be the goaltender of the year? James Kruger, Damien Ketlow, Peter DeSalvo, and Dane Davis is the other one as well. So there's a bit of a late change there from the Mustangs.
Just while we've got a second here, I notice there's a little bit of consternation on Twitter. Looks like Unstable Giant is asking why some Ice guys claiming to have started the Daryl chant and referencing Mustangs.
Well, that's going to start a proverbial fight
I think
later
Melbourne
on.
Ice did start a Melbourne Ice game. I go stand to be corrected, but Kruger, good work. They're coming aggressively out of his crease. Saving the day for the Mustangs. Robinson plays that one off the boards and will leave it for Graham. So Baranzelli now for the Ice. Back out towards Graham. Goes with a stretch pass out towards Powell. Powell will wait for the trailers. So in the corner. Backlig was tied up. Also there was Graham. Backlig fighting for the puck. Will spill free, and in the end Baranzelli will let it come out of the zone. Melbourne Ice wants to get back on side. They'll do so by making a line change as Baranzelli goes into the corner, forces Kruger out of the net. Will get the pass out towards Vadim Vyasov. Drop pass out towards McCoy. Back to Vyasov, takes the blue line. Play broken up there. McDale has scripted the puck. He's a chance out for Webster. Goes out wide towards Delsar. Delsar, pass out towards Armstrong, who couldn't get a clean shot away, but a beautiful set up there by Cass Delsar.
Wow, I think Kruger got the glove on that. If so, that is the save of the game.
So Brown towards Armstrong, and Delsar was offside.
I'd love to have a look at that shot, because I believe Kruger did perform some highway robbery. Let's have a look at the replay. Slung across.
No, didn't need to let go of it there, Armstrong.
So, James Kruger, not the perpetrator I thought after all, but we are flying blind a little, and thanks to the dulcet tones of Smooth FM's greatest announcer, James Morgan, up there in the comm box.
Stick around after the show. Love song dedications.
Yes, this one is moved out in front of the bench, and that will do it. A great period of hockey. The Mustangs drawing level, thanks to Mitch Humphries' goal, the lone goal of the period.
And Berkey gave a death stare to Liam Webster, thinking, do I or don't I? Hit in his face.
So it finishes 1-1, and well, a great game on our hands, and one more period to come.
Absolutely. Personally, I think the highlight has been the goaltender from both Kruger and Pine Murphy. They've both really stood on their head tonight, and hence it's probably reflected in the scores. We see much more attacking hockey than a 1-1 game.
Absolutely. So to close out the second period of this Melbourne Derby, the final one for season 2017, it's the Melbourne Mustangs 1, the Melbourne Ice 1. Stick around for the third period of action. We'll be back just after this. Don't go away.
Welcome to O'Brien Group Arena for the third period of play in the Derby, Melbourne Derby, the fourth one of season 2017. It's 1-1 between the Melbourne Ice and the Mustangs, with the goal scorers being Liam Webster for the Melbourne Ice, Mitch Humphreys for the Mustangs. And this game is going to be a real humdinger in the third period that has the potential to get particularly feisty.
Yeah, look, I mean, Delsar and Fisher's little coming together at the end of that exchange towards the end of the second period. Few stats for you. End of the second, Melbourne Ice leading the shot count 16-15, in command of the face-off 16-12, and possession 55.8%, firmly in charge of the puck possession over the Mustangs, 39.4%.
At the moment, it is Kruger who's really standing up for the Melbourne Mustangs in net. Jerry Hughes still in the penalty box serving his 10 minutes. The check to the head. It's opening face-off, third period. And it's the Mustangs who win it. Jack McCoy tied up there by Delsar. And that is going to be an offside to start this third period. Been a frustrating evening so far for Cass Delsar. Doesn't get too much ice time.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the upcoming fixtures for both of these clubs in a second. The scheduling has been quite the talk this year.
Absolutely. And another face-off won by the Mustangs is McCoy. Centre ice. Gets a pass out towards Vyazov. He's forced into the corner. Tied up there by Webster. And getting there first was Armstrong for the ice. Outlet pass is not a bad one, but a skills pass everyone, and it will be an icing call. In fact, no, it's been waved off. It's Beatty. Stolen away, nearly stolen away there by Jeremy Brown, who leads the race to the puck. Now Armstrong for the ice. Gets it out towards Brown. Pass head looking for Delsar. And again, he just couldn't get touch on the puck. Good work there by Kokanen. So Brown, little drop pass towards Armstrong. The top of the hash marks looking for Brown. In the end, left the puck behind. Now O'Kane gets it out towards McCoy. Pass out towards Kokanen at centre ice. He'll take the blue line, then go out wide. This is a nice setup. Vyazov get a shot away. Now McCoy sends that one into the corner, and Pine Murphy will come out of his crease. Bell on the blue line now. Dahlberg for the ice up against Humphreys. McDowell and Gibbs-Shadeen. Otterson looking for Backman. Couldn't get a clean first touch of the puck. He's tied up there by Robertson. Dives over the puck. Managed not to land on it though. And Wong has been stripped of the puck by Humphreys. Here come the Mustangs. Good work there by Dahlberg. Now Burke. Lays it along the boards. Wong gets it out towards Otterson. Wide pass towards Dahlberg was a good one. So Dahlberg. McCoy had him lined up. So in the corner, Mustangs with numbers. And Humphreys were able to clear the zone. Pass here looking for Burke. Couldn't quite find him. Graham. Goes from one corner to the other and leaves it for Powell. We'll leave it for Baranzelli. Back towards Powell. The back leg just keeps himself onside. The Stringer will get there first for the Mustangs. Now Andrew Bellick stripped of the puck there by Powell. McCoy protects the puck, then gets it out wide. Now towards that, looks like it's Fisher. His attempt was wide. It's been turned over, his chase out for Chris Wong. He'll get there first for the Melbourne Ice. Waiting for some support. There was none. Now Andrew Bellick for the Mustangs. Lining up there with Stringer. Shot in the end was well wide. So Powell plays that along the boards, tied up by Corey Stringer. And has Matt Stringer in support. Defensively, the Mustangs looking quite organised so far in this third period, but they nearly turned it over there, just as I said that. So Delsar and Corey Stringer. Armstrong's also there in support. And Stringer wins out for the Mustangs, unable to clear the zone. Shot there by Webster, already has one goal tonight. And it's gone through, it has! Armstrong, well, it's been waved off, but I think that's a clean goal.
Well, I didn't see had that crossed the line or not, obviously, from our position. Let's have a look at the replay. Maybe
It
we can
looked
see
clean to
something
me.
here. Oh, I can't
Unless it was saved right from the line.
Yeah, I can't tell from that angle. So 16:23 to go. A couple of controversial calls in this one, which I'm sure the fans...
There's 2 goals from Melbourne Ice waved off tonight.
2 pretty talked about calls, I'm sure, being discussed in the stands and at home. Here's McCoy now for the Mustangs. Starts out behind his own net with Delsar right on his tail. Puck comes out to the point. Carpenter slings one on and trying to create a nuisance in front of the net. There was Armstrong. Just couldn't do much with it. And Webster has the puck all the way back here in the neutral zone. Carpenter now retreats with Webster. Lone forechecker there. O'Kane for the Mustangs. Moved out to centre. Here's Jeremy Brown and almost shoots that into Nick Novosedlak. Not used to making saves on the bench. Will have a whistle.
Their former teammates, very briefly. I think one of them during most of their time in the Melbourne Ice.
The AIHL is excited to announce the 2017 AIHL Finals presented by Air Canada.
And yes, fans, don't forget your tickets, theaihl.com. Not too far away, only about 6-7 weeks away.
It comes quicker than you think.
It does indeed, and just like that, it's the off-season. Here's Kokanen. Out of the outside and behind the goal, trying to drive towards the net, ran into heavy traffic. Mustangs get it back now here through Beatty. His shot was blocked. O'Kane now has it at the half wall, slings it back into the corner, picked off here by Marcus Wong for the Ice. Fires it up, Ice. No one there, that's going to be icing. And a face-off all the way back to the right of Jaden Pine-Murphy.
But I'm really impressed so far with the defensive efforts of the Mustangs.
So the O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne will host the final series featuring non-stop action this 2nd to 3rd of September. On Saturday, the final 4 teams go head-to-head in elimination semi-finals. The winner of each will face each other on Sunday to battle for the ultimate honours, the AIHL Championship and the iconic Goodall Cup. Join us to be part of Australian ice hockey history. Head to experience.theaihl.com for tickets. See you there.
And quite the War and Peace plug there from James Morgan. There's a shot there from Gib Shadeen.
The advertising.
Did very well, I'd say, given the constrained time frame. Here's Backman now behind the net, trying to pick at it. There is Humphreys, comes all the way back now to the point to Dahlberg, just made a bit of a meal of it, and he has to retreat. Picks it back up, though, to Perk. Perk now in over the blue line. Faked the shot, nice move, Perk still got it back, and he scores! What a goal from Jamie Burke! And the Mustangs take a 2-1 lead.
Well, that is a contender for goal of the season. That was sublime.
Drew Dahlberg to the ice. Fake by faking the shot, forehand, backhand between Pine Murphy's legs, and it's 2-1 to the Mustangs. Wow.
And this could be a big result, but just see there. He schools 2 Melbourne Ice defenders.
And well, that'll be, yes. I mean, Matt Beatty had a coast-to-coast there for 2 weeks ago. And well, Jamie Burke, as you said, Boffy, throwing his hat in the ring for goal of the season.
And I dare say a bit of a concussion to the dear lady who, in despair, had her head on the glass.
So now the Mustangs do win the face-off. They lead 2-1. Is there an upset brewing? So Baranzelli. Out towards Graham off the boards. Backlick poke checked away by McCoy. Backlick still has the puck and he wins the puck. He did well. Did the veteran for the Ice. Takes the blue line. Drop pass. But that pass was blocked. Hits the glass. Chris Wong. So Backlick again looking for Chris Wong. So Wong. Play's been broken up. Read well by Vyasov. Here's a chance for O'Kane. Now Graham plays that one off the boards, getting there first with power for the Ice and he's ridden into the boards. So home side will make a line change. McCoy for the Mustangs. Gets a pass out towards O'Kane. Goes rink wide. Out towards Matt Beatty. Now McCoy. Play's been broken up. Unfortunately, Brown was well offside. So now Humphreys for the Mustangs. As Hughes and Humphreys have a bit of a meeting there. And another big hit. Puck spills free. Attempt there by McDowell. The Ice will just be glad to clear the puck, and they've got to regain their focus, the Melbourne Ice. Worried less about hits. So now it's Webster. So Webster out towards Otterson. Vyasov lines him up and he's hurt. That is a nasty hit, and here we go. We've got Webster and Robertson. They're ready to go. Also meeting there is Dahlberg. and McDowell. But Otterson is actually, he looks in a bad shape. That hit, I think the Mustang's gate was open and
The door was open as Otterson got hit. Oh man, that looks really nasty. That looks really nasty. There's blood all over the ice here.
Robertson and Dahlberg, they're still having a few words, but this game has been going that way. It's been getting close to it for a while now. And we've
have a look at the replay. There's the hit. The door is open. There you go. Oh man.
Is there a criticism you can say of the Mustangs bench? That hit, you could see it coming, and no one actually went to shut the door, which is, it's hockey etiquette if nothing else. Because if you do it to somebody else, it will happen to you one day.
As we have another look, here's the hit from another angle. Yeah, door was open. Face, I think his face actually hit the gate.
Yeah, and he's got cut, and it looked like from where we were sitting, just under his eye. And we're talking millimeters in it. That could have been, it is bad. That's not mistaken, it is bad. And from what I saw, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But what we're going to have now, this game will become a gong show. You can guarantee it.
So, going to be interested to see what the call is out of.
At the moment, the only person in the penalty box is Liam Webster. And the Mustangs, they're actually leaving the ice. So what we've got here is a team that has basically left the door open for a player, when a player was being lined up to be hit, taking themselves off the ice because they don't like the abuse.
I think because there's a delay, they're just going. Because we're going to have a 5-10 minute delay here while the ice is clear.
But to me, it's not a good look. You sit on the bench.
So we have it was just, look, I think no, the hit was fine. It was just that the door was worst timing you could ever have.
And to me, maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe because it happened so quickly, but no one seemed to think the door's open and
so
even
have
attempt to
look
close
at the replay. Here we go. In comes the check. There's Otterson. Now he goes back and then head impacts the side. So.
Gentlemen, it looks like the principal point of contact on the dashboards may in fact have been Otterson's eye.
It looked like, I must admit, from where I'm sitting, because I actually got to see immediately when he got up, and it looked like it was just under the eye, and I'm hoping I'm correct in saying that because we're talking millimetres. If it's where I think it is,
it's right. It was right on the corner.
Yeah.
Right on the corner of the door. Yeah.
Gentlemen, this is rather reminiscent of the 2014 AIHL finals when then Mustang Joey Hughes.
Oh yes,
broke a leg.
We remember that one.
In the exact same spot.
Yeah, and played on.
He did. He's a tough customer, but I don't think anyone's going to think any the less of Otterson for leaving the ice.
No,
that was really nasty.
Melbourne Ice is actually, Dr. Peter Moore is in attendance tonight.
So I certainly hope Sebastian Otterson's okay because, I mean, I can feel that hit. As soon as I saw him go down awkwardly and I saw the door open, that was not going to be a great result either way.
No. And that's why I'm being critical. Why was that door open at that time when the puck was in play?
I think you're being a bit harsh there.
I'm happy to admit that I am maybe being a little bit harsh. That the result could have been so bad, and the play was still live, and the hit, you can see the hit coming. You can see it from a long way off.
And Cluffy, what I think we can do, we might take this angle from the line here and see if we can get a better idea of what was happening on the ice for the door to be open at that moment.
So we have a look at the general play. So there's a line change. Players just come onto the ice. Well, there's no real player making a change.
Yeah, that's my concern. You've got a door open, there's no change, the puck's coming into play. And that could have been an ice player laying a hit into a Mustangs play. So it's regardless of sides, that's my concern, that door
In
was left
absolute
open.
fairness, though, gentlemen, as you can both attest to, sight lines along the near side boards there are almost impossible.
Terrible,
I suppose he had a Mustang player who was...
He just made a change, so
That's right.
it's well within reason, in my opinion.
Well, and not only that, but he had another Mustang player
Trying
that
to come
turned
off.
around toward the bench. He was actually getting ready to intercept the puck carrier, but you could probably be forgiven for thinking that he was heading for the bench there.
Yeah. But we just hope, regardless of our opinions about that Sebastian Otterson is okay. That's the most important thing.
I'm interested to see what the fallout is, what the call's going to be. There's Matt Armstrong over there discussing with the officials. So, I mean, if the head is violently driven into the boards, that is grounds for a check to the head, in the opinion of the officials. If that's the point of contact into the boards, in the opinion of the referee, if that was driven into the boards, he can call check to the head on that occasion.
Well, you're the referee amongst the commentary team, and how would you read that particular hit?
Look, to be in Steve DeWitt's shoes, in my opinion, that happened very quickly. Not trying to, sit on the fence here. That is the reality of the situation. That, particularly the velocity with Otterson coming into that. Now, in terms of the legalities of the bench door being opened, that's an interesting one. For me, look, you're going to have to make some call. Player's been injured, gone head first into the boards. But, the intention, in my opinion, was not of the Mustangs player to injure him. He's just
I
trying to
don't
make the
think
hit.
Brandon Vyesov meant to hit him into an open door.
No. I didn't seem like a dirty hit to begin with anyway. He wasn't trying to...
The hit was there to be made.
Yeah, exactly right. As Robertson looks like he's headed to the penalty box. So at least one player's gone. See, look, it's a legitimate hit to make. It's just a bad, wrong time, wrong place.
The bench handled the situation.
Well, I remember Matt Armstrong, who was over talking to the referees earlier, the Trans-Tasman Trophy about 5 years ago.
He got wiped out, didn't he?
No, where John O'Hay from the Botany Swarm got collected right on the turnbuckle. And, that was not a good one either. But Hay was all right. He left the game, but he was okay after that. But here's a hit just prior to it. And, so look, I had that gut instinct as soon as I saw the play coming, as soon as I saw the door open, that something bad's going to happen, and unfortunately it did. So we've got coincidentals by the look of it.
But I'm concerned now what happens to the rest of this game. We were hearing a lot of noise. I don't know how much came through our mics, but we were hearing a lot of noise between the benches. Something you don't normally see, and we're talking threats between the two benches.
Well, also,
Gentlemen, just via Twitter, Jason Bajada says, according to the AIHL rules, bench penalty gets 2 and 10 for a check to the head. So I'm not sure whether that's applicable here.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Might
Yeah,
know it best.
it could, but it's. In the opinion of the referee.
So just on another note, we've got a couple of minutes to kill here. In fact, it looks like they're bringing the Zamboni out onto the ice. Just a reminder from the AIHL that you can buy your 2017 AIHL finals pucks now in the AIHL shop. Visit AIHL-shop.myshopify.com.
So we're going to have a quick ice clean here. With 13:30 to go, there's still plenty of hockey, 1-goal game, potential for fireworks. And let's have a look at the schedule for both of these two teams for the remainder of July anyway. I mean, the Ice have got that rescheduled game against the Bears this weekend on the Sunday. They're going to be short in terms of players.
And if Otterson was on the list of the players to go, he may not be travelling now.
No, I don't think he was in the first place. But the Mustangs have a week off, a weekend off. They're playing tonight, obviously. The next week, Mustangs host the North Stars here in a doubleheader. The North Stars desperate for wins. They are slipping further and further behind the pack. Not mathematically impossible, but as we said, very difficult task.
I think 0 points from the road trip will pretty much wipe them out.
Yeah. And then the Ice have both the Sydney double. They go back to Sydney for the Bears and the Ice Dogs in 2 nights. So the Bears obviously still trailing for that 4th spot, and the Ice Dogs, they've been very good this season, and they're right up there with the Mustangs. They're going to give them a real game, I'd say. But and then the week after, excuse me, we go into August, and that's where the money begins for both teams. The Ice played the Canberra Brave, CBR Brave, 4 times
in the last
4 games. As we talked about,
talking about two teams that don't like each other.
Yeah, I mean, if we cast our minds back to next year, That's for next year.
Next year.
What am I going? What
you
is it,
give me the lotto numbers?
Thank you, Dr. Brown.
Marty McFly here. What is going on? But we cast our minds back to last year with those 2 games in Canberra,
And the one here.
and the one
The
here
body
with
slam.
Jody Woodrick and Liam Webster. So plenty of history. So
In fact, it looks like it is going to be 2 and a 10.
no, it's 5 in a game. Is
5 in a game.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
So-
by the way, Jason Vajada has just tweeted back in, just to clarify that that was in fact a joke when he was talking about a bench minor as a player getting penalised.
No, I thought I said in terms of he meant. I didn't hear the bench minor part of it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's been one of those nights.
Yeah, indeed it has.
So it looks like at the moment, I'm assuming it's going to be against Vyasov. So the board says it's actually against McCoy, but it is a 5-minute major penalty. Which all of a sudden, what the Ice have to do, they're not happy. They're an angry team at the moment. You've been sensing it. They just need to calm down and focus on hockey. They've got a 5-minute major penalty, and here's a chance to really put some pucks in the back of the net. That's got to be their focus now, the scoreboard.
Well, they've got 5 minutes to do it in. We'll have a 5-on-4, it looks like. So the players in the box, Webster sitting in the box here for the Ice. He's got 2. Robertson in the box as well, and looks like Byron Schumer is serving the 5. So
My thanks to Pete Lambert for dubbing me James Shamwell Morgan. Just shut up and take my money.
So it's going to be a face-off once play restarts, and it's going to be the attacking zone for the Ice, who are on the power play. And in fact, it is Vyasov that he's got the 5-minute major penalty. And I'm interested to see if there's any follow-up in terms of suspensions.
is it just me or has Steve DeWitt changed the colour of his armbands?
They seem to be a paler version
No,
of
for mine, he was wearing red in the first 2 periods.
Okay. Now we're going to have a discussion between Mick Flaherty and Steve DeWitt. And the fans really, they just want the game to start again.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of talk in the last 5-10 minutes between the benches.
And I'm not sure if this delay will calm tempers down or just make them brew even further, because there is a concern this game will get particularly messy for the remaining 13 and a half.
Baden Vyasov's leaving the bench. The penalty was up against number 15. There's no 15 on the Mustangs.
Well,
that's
is.
Jack McCoy, but he's not the arbitrator that hit Vyasov was, which I thought was the correct call.
So now the Mustangs do win the face-off, and then Beatty nearly meets Steve DeWitt. Play was broken up. Good work there by O'Kane. But that is going to be cleared away now by Beatty. So Dahlberg for the Ice. So now Armstrong. So Armstrong, back to Graham at the point, towards Nicholas Dahlberg. Back to Graham, back to Armstrong. Now looking for Hughes. Gets a shot away. The shot, though, was wide. Graham keeps it in now for the Ice. He'll go out wide out towards Dahlberg. Shot was blocked as he winds up with the one-timer. Mustang's able to clear, and Pine Murphy comes out of his crease. Ice will make a line change, as will the Mustangs. Now Hughes. Hit well. Got it out towards Brown. Brown protects the puck and will get it back towards Backley. Now Graham decides against the one-timer. We'll wait for support and Gibb Shadeen. We'll get it out to him. A nice pass, but play's been broken up. Dahlberg will get the puck again for the Ice. Finds Backley. Backley winding up and shooting, and the good save there by Kruger on the shot by Backman. So 3:27 remaining on the power play for the Ice. And face-off. Well, it's in dispute at the moment, but eventually Mustangs win it, but they are unable to clear. Beatty flips it up high. He's done well. Going back will be Dahlberg for the Ice. So Sent in the corner by Dahlberg. Couldn't find it. Beatty intercepted the pass. Now Armstrong to Buckman. I don't think that was the intended target. In fact, it was Skip Shadeen, the passer on that occasion. So Dahlberg will take the blue line. He's stripped of the puck. Dahlberg now, good work there by Beatty. He's done really well on this penalty kill. So Kokkonen finds Beatty, and Beatty able to clear the zone. We'll take the blue line. Just slow the puck down. Now we'll drive towards the net. Maybe just seen an opening. So Kane will send that one in the corner. This is a good penalty kill from the Mustangs. So Armstrong, take the blue line. And the pass is a good one, but the shot was just a little high by Hughes. So Matt Stringer. Pass there, well the shot by O'Kane was blocked. So Graham, rink-wide pass out towards Armstrong, gets it now. Cuts to the centre lane. Gets a shot away, and Kruger was never going to have any problems with that one. He makes a save, we'll have a face-off.
So 10:32 to go, 2:01 left on the penalty to Vadim Vyasov. 5 in a game. Not sure what the actual call was on the score sheet. We'll try and get an update on Sebastian Otterson's health as the period progresses, if we're able to. Being assessed by Melbourne Ice team doctor Peter Moore. As this one whipped around now here by Beatty. And just over the stick there of Graham. And he has to retreat all the way back into his own zone. Burke in laying the forecheck. Did a good job, but got rubbed out initially. And Webster gets the pass out now here to Armstrong. Back to Webster. Last pass cross ice there to Joey Hughes. Has to peel all the way back as the long reach of Matt Beatty connected with the puck and sent it all the way over the goal line. And Hughes has to regroup now here for the Melbourne Ice. Found a back leg near side. Looking there for Hughes. Knifing poke check there by Kokkonen. Good defensive play, and the Mustangs fans in attendance showing their appreciation. Captain of the Melbourne Ice and the lone Ice goal scorer for this game. Webster fires this one out now here to Backlig at the half wall. Picked up there by Beatty, who starts out in front of his own net, and we're going to go coast to coast. 2-on-2 break here, short-handed for the Mustangs. Here's Beatty. Beatty all the way. Beatty still looking for the wraparound and hit it off the side of the net. After a solo effort, just couldn't pay dividends, did it?
He's been huge on this penalty kill, Matt Beatty.
Did it 2 weeks ago, but in behind, here's Brown. Brown driving to the net. Robertson got enough of the body on it, and Kruger to the rescue. And, well, end-to-end stuff there in that last 10 seconds. Matt Beatty came that close to scoring a shorty.
He's been standing on his head. That penalty kill so far, but great work by Troy Robertson, the body work, as you said, Steve. Managed just to change the focus of Jeremy Brown from playing the puck to protecting it.
And Matt Beatty only just 3 weeks ago went coast to coast and buried it, one of the goals of the season. One-time shot from Backman, gobbled up there by Kruger, and he holds on.
Well, we said pre-game that Kruger would need to stand on his head tonight if the Mustangs win, and so far he is doing that.
Yeah, well, look, I'm sure they'll be talking about this game for quite
it's
some
a derby,
time.
They're always talking about it.
There's always something happening in these Melbourne derbies. It's just, I don't know if it's the Phil Collins something in the air tonight, but it is a Thursday night here in Melbourne, and I don't know, given the trains going down and 90% of our audio and video going down, doing pretty well. As this one moved out now here by the Mustangs. Robertson trying to dig at the puck. And this one moved out now. Here's Brown trying to walk his way in. Brown shoots. Oh, just put it over the crossbar. Great chance there for Brown on the power play. Very nearly 2-2 hockey game. And this one moved into the corner and well flipped out to centre, and Kokkonen just wasn't wise to it. Otherwise, possible breakaway. Dahlberg retreats here for the Ice. They get a line change. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Here's Backman now, picked off by Beatty. Just feathered that one out and gathered back in by Dahlberg, and he'll have take number 2 here to set up the power play formation. Joey Hughes drops this one off now here to Armstrong. Armstrong back to Hughes, looking for the give and go. It was cut off by Kokkonen, and he just flips this up out to centre. We're back to 5-on-5 as Schumer steps back on the ice as the penalty 5-minute major to Vadim Vyasov has expired.
Could be a game-winning penalty kill.
As Humphries steals the pass. Humphries moving in, kicked out there by Pine Murphy. Pretty comfortable save. And Humphries still has it though in the corner. Centres and well looking for someone in front. Beatty has it now, fires from a wide angle, and that's straight into the chest of Jaden Pine Murphy. He'll hold on.
But at the other end, what's really impressed me, Kruger is playing so well. Melbourne Ice are desperately trying to be creative to find ways to score. That's why we're seeing so many pucks actually going over the Melbourne Ice net. So face-off attacking zone now for the Mustangs. They hold the 2-1 lead. 8:10 remaining. Thankfully, the tempo of the game certainly has been a little less feisty since we had the delay. So Hughes gets a shot away, batted away there by Kruger. The battle in the corner. Kept in by Webster. Hughes is also there for the Ice. Good work though by Burke. He'll win the puck. Skate onto it now. Go for the shot. Probably should have gone for the pass in the end. Beatty will go out towards McCoy. As a defensive pairing, they've been good tonight. So Webster gets back from Graham, which goes out wide towards Gibb Shadeen. Hasn't had his usual impact so far tonight. The pass has come unstuck. Mustangs able to clear again. Now Jeremy Brown will take the blue line. Will charge towards net. Good work, defensive work though by the Mustangs. Beatty wasn't able to clear. I still keep control of the puck. Gibb Shadeen out towards Brown. Pass was too slick on that occasion for Buckman. And Dahlberg now will take the blue line for the Eyes. Try to get out wide. He was met by a nest of Mustangs players. And defensively, the Mustangs are holding up at the moment. So Anton Kokkonen will wait for support. He's prepared to cycle back. The Mustangs will make a line change. So Beatty stolen away by Brown. Delsar just send that one deep. Robertson play the puck. Out towards McDowell and back towards Robertson. Corey Stringer left it behind. He'll get it back now from Burke. Goes out wide. Into the corner it goes, so Burke just has a wild shot from a tight angle. And the Mustangs will have it now. So Stringer back out towards Robertson. One thing the Mustangs are doing, they're slowing the tempo of the game down to a speed they want it at the moment. And it's frustrating the Melbourne Ice. Battling the half wall. In the end, the Mustangs able to clear, but only as far as back leg. The back leg going solo, shot. And saved by Kruger. So Hughes winding up there was Armstrong. And good work there by James Kruger, makes the save.
James Kruger's been massive for the Mustangs all evening.
Well, since he's arrived.
Yeah, well, particularly tonight and last weekend against the Ice Dogs, he was spectacular.
In the first game, the Saturday game?
By both of them, particularly the Sunday game, where he went, basically had a good old Mexican standoff with Damien Ketlow, as this one moved out now deep into the corner, side of the net. Armstrong jostling for position. Webster tried to send it in front. Joey Hughes has it now for the Ice, who sends it across, no one home, and just behind Dahlberg, and he puts it back into the corner for Armstrong to skate onto then. Gets met there by Beatty in the corner. Hughes throwing his body around, opens up an opportunity there for Armstrong, who went down. Ice fans want a penalty. Play continues. Here's Hughes now, peels it off. Back to Armstrong. Hughes gets dumped in front of the referee, and a 3-on-2 break now here for the Mustangs the other way with Beatty. O'Kane now going to the net. O'Kane now looking in front. Oh, and just into his skates went Beatty with the pass. And Hughes comes back the other way here for the Melbourne Ice with Dahlberg and Gibb Shadeen. Stolen there by Jamie Burke, and he starts out now over the goal line, centre line, excuse me, and dumps it over the goal line, shoots it out of play. We're going to have a neutral zone face-off.
But defensively, the Mustangs are really impressive. They're very organised.
Yeah.
Melbourne Ice just, they can't play their game. So they're relying on solo efforts, as you see there, while Armstrong probably should have been a penalty.
Don't have our replay screen in front of us. We're forced to review on the stadium screen at the moment. So
we're going to have a centre ice face-off.
Here's Webster now. Peels back into the zone. Webster pass looking there for Backman was deflected. Here's McDowell now for the Mustangs. Gets smashed into the boards there by Jeremy Brown. Did well to get back on the side and allow Gibb Shadeen to get a shot on there, and he scores! Gibb Shadeen ties the game. It's 2-2 with 4:34 left here in the third.
Good things happen when you shoot. It's the old Andy Janotny, and that's what he did. Again, the only way to beat Kruger at the moment seems to be going high. Melbourne Ice have been trying and have been unsuccessful at it. But that shot absolutely hit the mark from someone who's, by his usual high standards, has been a bit quiet. Certainly got himself into the game. He enjoys it. The Melbourne Ice crowd here enjoy it. And it's back to 2-2.
So Victor Gibb Shadeen Former Mustang player, obviously, good old cup winning player.
And he was MVP of the finals that year.
He gets his 9th goal of the season, 23 points on the year, and what a time to get one for the Ice.
And all of a sudden, all that hard work for the Mustangs has come to nothing as Melbourne Ice score. The centre ice face-off, and I really wish they just dropped the puck, and they finally do. So Steve Ballick out towards Robinson, back towards Steve Ballick, back towards Robinson. Racking up the stats. Unfortunately, we don't really count those type of stats in ice hockey, maybe in AFL. So Graham out towards Dahlberg. Dahlberg just fires on net. Over the top there of James Kruger. He thought he got it in his glove. Was surprised when it hit the back glass. It's a battle in the corner. Armstrong backleg there in support up against Kokanen and Steve Ballick. Now Armstrong gets the puck, looking there for Hughes. He's got an awkward bounce. And the Mustangs, in the end they've been able to clear, and it's fortuitously lands in lap there of O'Kane, who gets a shot away. Awkward attempted to save by Pye Murphy, but effective all the same. Now Hughes just glides it down where Kruger will glove that one. And Hughes stops at the top of Kruger's crease. Just to remind him he's there. So 3:38 remaining. This game is very much on the knife edge. Melbourne Ice, since the second Mustangs goal, they've certainly dominated general play.
Yeah, they seem to have found their rhythm after that incident with Sebastian Otterson.
And they've got their focus back. They were losing it there at one stage. And that will be an icing call against the Mustangs, so we'll have a face-off in their defensive end. That was my real concern after that incident, based on what the sense you were getting, that it was really going to get nasty and spiteful. But players from both sides are focused on hockey, and that's a good thing. So face-off won by the Mustangs. So Beatty, who's been a real standout tonight. Humphreys, have to play that one off the board. It's going to be a foot race, and leading that race is Webster for the Ice. Got the pass out towards Carpenter, overskated it briefly. Outlet pass with a great one, intercepted by Beatty. So Beatty cuts to the center lane. Nice pass out towards Burke. In the end, though, Humphreys blocked the shot. And a shot by McCoy. Humphreys had hit him. But for Pye Murphy, it didn't deflect into his net. Now, fanning on that one was Delsar. Beatty again finds Humphreys. Sent that one into the corner. Getting there first for the Eyes will be Victor Gibsheen, scorer of the equalising goal. Dahlberg out towards Graham. And that's going to be an offside call, and that was tight.
And we've got a tweet here from Miles Harris. Come on, Mustangs, you want this. We can all see it. Go get it. Great to have Miles watching along with us tonight.
And they are definitely a chance in this one.
Miles, hope the young baby's going along well and already enjoying their hockey.
And I'm sure it's already got a Mustangs jersey.
Or four. So a broken stick being dealt with there by the linesman. 2:26 to go. 2-2. Slimmest of margins. And could be heading for the... Should this continue. Here's Dahlberg now. He whips that one in deep. Stringer beaten to it by Backman, who slings it around the other way. Gibsheen going to give chase. Stringer's going to beat everyone to it and force it out of the neutral zone. Pat O'Kane with a burst of speed down the near side. O'Kane had his angle cut off there by Gibsheen. Nice skating there from Pat O'Kane. Threw it in front of the slot. No one home. And just over the blue line and out of the reach of Corey Stringer. Robertson swings it wide. O'Kane dumps it right back in. And Gibsheen will have to go about it here for the Melbourne Ice. 2 minutes left here in regulation. Moved out wide now here to Backman. Backman bursts in, shoots. Oh, it was absolute laser beam. And that was just over the mask there of James Kruger.
But you can definitely see what the Ice are trying to do. The safety instruction is to go high with your shots.
Yep. Let's have another look at the replay here on that. Just so much pace on that release, as we've seen all season there from Backman, and Dahlberg as well also has a cannon. As well,
in fact, all the Swedes do.
Is this one out of the face-off. Here's Backlig now into the loose side. It's loose in front. Kruger makes the save. Still loose and finally covered by James Kruger. Oh, he can sense the ice. Hungry for that go-ahead goal.
They did, and it was a great opportunity, but Kruger remained calm through all that. He didn't panic.
102 seconds remaining. Here's a look at the replay. And just looking for it was Armstrong.
His composure tonight has really impressed me.
So we have 102 seconds remaining here. And just a little discussion. And a couple of good calls here from the crowd, which probably didn't get on the mic, but
about dropping the puck quickly.
Apparently they're accusing him of dropping his money all over the ice. Probably some coins, can't see some notes. Anyway, here's Hughes and Humphreys will go up against each other in the face-off. One by the ice. Hughes digs it in the corner, gives that to here to Matt Armstrong, sends it in front. Oh, trailing there was Carpenter, and Humphreys is going to go one-on-one now here with Webster, with Backlig on the back check as well. Humphreys eventually forced out wide, and a good shove there by the Melbourne Ice captain to cancel out that attacking opportunity for the Mustangs. Puck moved in behind the net, and out comes Carpenter with the puck. Not much on offer. Mustangs have clogged up the neutral zone. Humphreys on the forecheck. Carpenter blows a tyre. Unfortunately for him, Webster can bail him out and get the puck out now here to Joey Hughes. Sources this one intended for Backlig. Gloved down by McDowell, but Backlig got the remainder. Backhands this one in front of the bench there for Joey Hughes. McDowell managed to force it out only as far as Webster. He swings it out wide. 1 minute left here in regulation. Graham's pass to Armstrong around one. Armstrong moving in. Shot! Oh, great save there from Kruger. And it came all the way to the feet there of Beatty. Couldn't do much with it. Graham loses an edge. Kokinen swoops onto the loose puck. Beatty going to the net. Here's Kokinen, sends it around to Beatty. Oh, what a save from Wayne Murphy! Wow!
The best save of his career.
Here's Joey Hughes back the other way. 2-on-2. Hughes quaking to the net. Hughes shoots off. Saved at the other end by Kruger. What a 60 seconds that was. Highlight reel stuff from Jaden Pine Murphy.
And the Melbourne Ice crowd, particularly around Rose Eye, are particularly happy with that one. That is. I've seen a lot of Jaden Pine Murphy, and I reckon that is his best save of his career. That was off the charts. So 36 seconds remaining. It's 2-all. Points valuable for both sides, but especially for the Mustangs, as it looks like we're going to have a timeout. And I don't know about, so what do you think the message would be from the respective coaches?
Well,
is it going to be a case of just hold on for at least the point, or is it be bold? And I think for the Mustangs,
Mustangs, I think
they need to be bold.
Yeah, they've got to roll the dice. I mean, they did that last weekend against the Dogs when they were still 3-1 down. They pulled the goaltender for the last 2 minutes straight, even though they conceded another one. It was 4-1. They thought, oh, well, why not? You know, because it might be a situation we're faced with in the Good Old Cup.
And obviously, you won't do that, pulling the goal. But I think they've got to have a much more attacking mindset.
Yeah,
they need every point at the moment. That battle for fourth is really tight, and I think the Ice Dogs are probably deeper in terms of depth. And they just want to make sure they maintain that buffer coming into this upcoming weekend, especially as they don't play any matches. So it's going to be a face-off in the attacking zone for the Melbourne Ice. And the Ice have it from the face-off. Graham winds up and shoots, and Kruger again sees it like a big. So we'll have a face-off. I think you can cut the tension with a knife here at the moment.
The 6-inch blade.
So, according to Twitter, there might be a few people with knives around later.
Not just in Frankston.
So cleared away now for the Mustangs. Dahlberg. Get the puck now. Wait for Melbourne Ice to set up. Pass out towards Graham. Gets it out towards Buckman. He's forced to set in the corner. 10 seconds remaining. Gibbs Shadeen. He's tied up by Robertson. Gibbs Shadeen still has the puck. Winding up and shooting is Buckman with a wild swing. Ineffective in the end. And we're going to go into overtime. We'll have a shootout. Both sides will claim a point. And a great chance now for the Mustangs to claim their first win over the Melbourne Ice since about 2015, I believe.
Yeah. And such a controversial game as these games always are, and well, the Mustangs, you know, they'd love to walk away with 2 points here, but
both do need them.
Both goaltenders red hot today, so yeah, could just be a case of who manages to get the lucky one.
Well, Pine Murphy hasn't had a a great record in shootouts. There's a good chance for him to really step up. Of course, the most famous shootout was one where he conceded and Del Basso slid on his head.
So my pick for the Mustangs could be Jamie Burke, Anton Kokkonen, and probably Beatty. And for the Ice, I'm going to go with Joey Hughes, Backman, and Jeremy Brown.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. Jason Backley might also be in the mix as well, but you can see in his game at the moment, there's just a little bit of rustiness in there.
Yeah. He's been out, 6 weeks now?
Yep. And let's be honest, his expected father could be any day now, the next couple of weeks. His mind might be in other places as well.
Yeah. So, babies galore at the Melbourne Ice this year. Army,
there's something
Baxi, and Dane Davis as well. All right.
Of course, in the AIHL, it's straight to shootout. We don't do overtime at this stage.
Well, Dahlberg. So I was wrong. There goes my $50. But Nick Dahlberg, definitely, you can interchange him with Backman or Modison or any of those guys. They're that good.
So Dahlberg comes in, and Kruger makes the save. Get calmness, composure, and a big save.
Great glove there from James Drill. I saw that all the way. And, well, Berkey up first here for the Mustangs. Round one of the shootout. In comes Burke, much to the applause of the Ice fans. And a save by Pine Murphy, and it remains scoreless after the first round of the shootout.
There's a contrast in style between these two goaltenders. Kruger doesn't move, and Pine Murphy's very active in moving. But in the end, just cut off the angle. I think Burke actually really should have gone the 5-hole. So Christopher Buckman now for the Ice. Buckman has it now. Goes with a straight approach, shoots wide.
Yeah, we see trying to go 5-hole there, and Kruger shuts it. And Anton Kokkonen, well, 2 for 2 so far in picking the Mustangs players, but they're 0 for 1 so far in the shootout. Second round, here's Kokkonen with a chance to get his team ahead versus Jaden Pine Murphy. And he scores! Beautiful deep there from Anton Kokkonen. Goes upstairs, and the Mustangs ahead 1-0 in the shootout, meaning the Melbourne Ice have to score to stay in it.
Yeah, just flipped over the pad there of Pine Murphy. The opening was there. And now Tommy Powell to keep Melbourne Ice in the game. Goes for the zigzag approach. And a great glove save there by Kruger. And the Melbourne Mustangs have upset the Melbourne Ice. They've won 3-2 in a shootout. It was their first win over the Melbourne Ice for about 2 seasons. And a big 2 points for the Mustangs.
Yeah, look, this is going to be talked about all weekend, I'm sure. Plenty to discuss in this game, but it's the Mustangs who walk away with the 2 points. And as he said, in that battle with the Ice Dogs there at the bottom of that top group of the table, it's a vital 2-1, particularly against the top place Melbourne Ice. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so it's been a trying day for everyone here in Melbourne with all the transport hassles. But what we actually had here is we didn't have a normal commentary set up.
No, we had no monitor. We had not our normal mics. We couldn't hear feedback.
We actually had to commandeer the camera crew's comm system to commentate through. So the camera guys have not had any communication at all during the periods with the control room. So they've had to organise themselves, and then we've had James Morgan just enjoying the role of guest, the boundary rider, essentially reading out tweets.
Role of John Blackman, hey, it's Saturday. Yep. But shout out to the camera crew and the rest of us for under trying circumstances today. I hope we didn't get everything right today. We were just flying by the seat of our pants. But we hope you enjoyed this game as much as we do. As I said, plenty to rewatch and watch again and watch again.
And talk about and argue about.
Oh, yeah. And as I said, the Mustangs, they got the weekend off now. The Ice, they're going to have to go in Sydney and play the Bears.
And that's a danger game with the team the Melbourne Ice are probably going to send. That could be another loss for the Melbourne Ice. But to wrap things up here from O'Brien Group Arena in one of the more memorable Melbourne derbies we've seen in quite some time, it was the Melbourne Mustangs who claimed a 3-2 overtime victory over the Melbourne Ice. My name's Michael Clark on behalf of my co-commentator Steve White. I'm sure you enjoyed today's game. See you next time.